Oh, there you are, Mr. Brook.
That's right, Tommy. Here I am. You've kept me hanging about. It's freezing.
Sorry, Mr. Brook. I had trouble getting here. You said to drop everything.
Yeah, and it's urgent. There was a big party in one of the clubs on Saturday night.
It was in the Mayfield.
Were you there?
Me? No, it was a private party. A few of his friends.
More than a few, Tommy. Come on. I'm told champagne flowed from fountains and it went on till dawn.
Who told you that?
Well, did it?
It's what they say.
So? Who was there?
It was just a birthday party. Jackie Thorn's birthday.
From what I hear, it was a get-together of villains. They came from all over the place, from Blackheath, from Camden and Lambeth. There was a villain down from Liverpool and 2 up from Brighton. Why?
I can only tell you what I know, Mr. Brook. It was Jackie Thorn's birthday. His 40th birthday, and he invited some friends. Some he'd worked with, some he'd been in prison with. How can I know who was there? You're the one who should know who he worked with, who he was banged up with.
Don't tell me my job. Just answer the question.
I'm sorry, Mr. Brook, but he owns the club and he can invite who he likes.
It was more than just a few old friends having a party. So I want you to keep your ears open. Look, here are some names. I want to know if any of that lot were there. And I want to know if there was a meeting in Jackie Thorn's office. And who went into the meeting and what they talked about.
You expect somebody to tell me that?
No, I expect somebody to tell somebody else. And you'll be there to hear it. You know it'll be worth your while.
Yes, Mr. Brook.
And Tommy, next time, don't keep me waiting.
Come in, Dave. Did you find out who was there?
No, not yet. The story is that it was a birthday party. Friends. By invitation.
And all of them villains?
Well, they'd have to be. He has no other friends.
Well, our regional crime squads want to know who, and they want to know why they were meeting.
Yes, sir.
They always get worried when their own villains move off the patch and meet other villains.
They think they're getting into bad company.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, it's a private club. He owns it. He can have a party if he wants.
Oh, I'm sure he can. But can you see this lot? I mean, you've seen the names.
Yes, sir.
Will they come here just to sing happy birthday?
He's very popular, sir.
Not with me, he isn't. They were here on business and we were caught out. We expected to have an answer.
Well, it could take some time.
They want it yesterday.
How much can I offer?
Offer what you think it'll bear, and I won't argue so long as it gets results. Your sidekick was looking for you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Dave?
Yeah?
2 messages for you and this packet from CRO.
Ah, open it. And the messages?
A phone call from Fingerprints. There were no marks found on that bag. Some smudges and smears, but no prints.
Okay. And the other?
A call from Judie. She said to remind you.
Remind me of what?
She didn't say. She just said I'm phoning him to remind him. Does it make sense?
Yeah. What's in the packet?
A list of names, their cards and photos.
You know any of them?
Yes, 2 of them.
Know why we got them?
No?
Well, on Saturday night, they were all on our ground, having a knees up. They were all at the Mayfield Club until dawn on Sunday. And at dawn, like Cinderella, they disappeared. One of them may have left a glass slipper behind.
And we're expected to find it?
Yeah. 3 of our regional crime squads are bothered.
It could do us a bit of good.
Afraid not. When our regional squads ask questions, we get no credit for having the answer. Right, let's have a look at the stuff from CRO. Right, we've got 8 names, 8 photographs, 8 files. Right, let's see. Charles James Roach, Peter Kelly, Roger Ashton.
Did you ask for them?
No. These are the ones the squads think were here on Saturday. Christopher White, Edward Manderson, Harry Reeves, Thomas Gary, and of course, our own Jackie Thorn. Quite a team, isn't it? It includes 2 of the best getaway drivers, 2 draftsmen, and 4 who've done time for armed robbery. Interesting. You could switch them around 2 or 3 ways. Make 2 teams, or make a main team and a backup. Choose any 6 from 8.
Including Jackie Thorn?
No, you're right. He's getting a bit past the rough stuff. A team of 7. Jackie Thorn getting them together, putting up the money, providing a meeting place.
And the type of job?
Well, have a guess. Look at their records. Peter Kelly, 3 previous. 5 years, 5 years and 7 years. On all 3, shotguns were carried. Eddie Manderson, 2 previous. 5 and 7. On both, shotguns were carried. Jackie Thorn's been in the dock with 3 of them and in jail with all the others.
Then how did he get a club licence?
Well, you're kidding. He's been a good boy ever since. Pays his rates, pays his taxes. And if you think doing 5 and 7 makes 12, you're wrong. With remission, less than 7 years banged up. And from his share of the loot, he now owns a very profitable club. Better than a pension?
And still at it.
Well, that's the answer we've got to come up with. I've put the word out, and while we wait, take these files along to Jim Hillier and see what the intelligence unit can add.
Right. Oh, and Dave?
Yeah?
Judie said to remind you.
Oh, yeah. You've reminded me.
You did remember.
Of course.
Come in. Or did Max tell you I'd phoned?
I did not forget. I was out most of the morning. There was no way I could phone you.
But you remembered?
That it's your day off, and I'm taking you to lunch.
That it's also your day off, and we're spending it together. And I have drinks ready to celebrate. Here's to a long, long day.
Thanks. Did I ever tell you how pretty you are?
Twice. I phoned you this morning. You were busy.
Well, some inquiries came in. I had to deal with them.
On your day off?
Someone had to.
You may be the handsomest detective in London, love, but surely you can't be the only one.
Well, Roach thinks I am. Inquiries from on high. But it's all organised now and I'm free.
Cross your heart?
Yeah.
Then why did Mr. Roach phone here looking for you?
When was this?
5 minutes ago. Do you always tell him when you're coming to see me?
Well, I have to leave a number where I can be found.
Well, he found you. Better get it over with, and if you break our date again, I'll kill you.
Whatever happens, I'm taking you to lunch.
You'd better.
Chief Inspector Roach, please. It's Brook, sir.
Oh, hello, Dave. Glad I got you. There was a call for you just after you left. Wouldn't give a name, but I think it was one of your snouts. Says he has something and wants to meet you in the same place. He'll be on time. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Is this the man you wanted the money for?
Yes.
Well, let me know what happens.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Does this mean our date's off?
No, we're having lunch. But before we do, I've got to see someone for a few minutes. It's on our way, and it won't take long. You can wait in the car.
Don't I always?
Then I phone Roach, and I'm free. Don't look at me like that. I said I'm free.
I didn't keep you waiting, Mr. Brook.
That's okay, Tommy. Hope it's something good.
I did what you said.
Oh, go on.
The names you gave me were at the party. My friend recognised 5 of them. There were 3 others whose names he didn't know. But that makes the 8. They brought wives and girlfriends.
Was there a meeting?
Yes, in Thorn's office. It went on for about 2 hours. Jackie Thorn was in his office all the time and the others were coming and going as he sent for them. When it was over, he came out to pour the champagne and cut the cake.
Where did you get all this?
Don't ask me, Mr. Brook. Let's say it was a friend who owes me a favour. It wasn't easy to get. What's it worth?
What did they talk about at this meeting?
My friend doesn't know. A bouncer was on guard at the office. Only people Jackie asked for were let in.
Well, if you don't know what they talked about, it's just a guest list. It isn't worth a tosser.
It's what you asked, if these people were there.
Well, what else?
There is something.
What?
This is worth plenty, Mr. Brook. There was someone there who wasn't on your list.
Who?
Terry Neale. And he was in the meeting all the time, start to finish. Didn't show himself until the meeting was over and came out with Jackie Thorn singing Happy Birthday.
Are they friends, Thorn and Neale?
They used to be. But Terry Neale's been gone a long time. Lives down in Kent, they say. Big house, married well, kids at a posh school.
Thanks, Tommy. Well, I'll take this for the moment.
10?
There'll be more. I'll speak to my governor and see what it'll bear. But I still want to know what they talked about. Here, Judie. Lager and lime, bitter for me, and the menu. Make your choice.
Anything I like?
You're queen for a day.
That man you met, he cheered you up.
Yeah,
What was it about?
a party.
A good party?
Well, when villains throw a party, they're usually good. No expense spared. And at this one, the host owned the club.
Do I know him?
I hope not. He's tall, he's handsome, he's rich, and he might be just your style.
How do you know my style?
Well, don't I?
My style, Sergeant Brook, is 4 kids and a house in Pinner.
Well, I haven't got 4 kids, but I could get you a house in Pinner.
Dave, you're my style.
Hey, we're being watched.
Who? Oh, it's Max.
Well, Constable, Are you joining us or just spying on us?
Don't take any notice of him, Max. Sit down with me.
Sorry, Dave. I've been looking for you both. Mr. Roach.
What about him?
There's some pressure. He needs action this afternoon.
So?
I was told to find you. I went to Judie's flat. No one there. Went to the hospital. They said it was a day off. Went to the Swan. No luck. So I took a chance and came here.
Just like a real detective.
Don't listen to him, Max. What do you fancy? Pie and salad, ham and salad, lobster salad?
What I really fancy is a large pint, if you'll excuse me.
Of course. So it's your day off, is it?
Judie, I thought we could get away somewhere they couldn't find
But
us.
they always do.
I must have a talk with him. He's still wet behind the ears.
Don't start blaming him. It's not him, it's you.
When I was a DC, we learned the Nelson touch. We never tracked down our sergeant until he'd had his lunch, or whatever he was having.
Or whatever he was having. Well, you're not having it today, are you?
He wants telling.
Not in public, and here he comes.
I brought halves to top you up, all right? Lager and lime and bitter. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. What are the orders from Genghis Khan?
Mr. Roach, he says you've got to see Jackie Thorn now, and then go straight and see Mr. Neale. So I brought the files.
So you brought the files. I suppose we have time to eat first?
Yes, Sergeant.
Did you bring a road map?
Yes, Sergeant. And I checked. Neale lives in Kent. The route is marked.
And the files?
In the envelope. Neale's is an intelligence file. He has no CRO number.
That constable is because he has no convictions.
Look, do you have to take it out of me? It was the chief who wanted you, and I had to find you.
Yeah, but I expect my DCs to use their heads. To know when they should take their time. On this case, is there anything we can ask Thorn at 3 o'clock that we couldn't ask him at 5?
No, Sergeant.
Well?
You could have told me to push off.
Not after we'd met, you twerp. A smart DC would have known I was on a date. He'd have gone across the road and phoned the pub, told me what was going on, and I'd have told him where he could find me and at what time.
Yes, Sergeant.
Are you learning?
Yes, Sergeant.
Right, now forget it. You know where the Mayfield is?
First right, then left. Number 20. Members only.
Give it a good thump.
All right, now that you knock it down.
It's you.
That's right, Jackie. It's me.
We've just closed.
The door was closed, that's all. Can we come in?
You never change. Yes, come in.
Well, what is it this time? Mayhem, murder, breach of the race relations, or have you just come for a drink?
I've come to talk to you.
Makes a change. Or grab a stool. Now, how does it go? I say to you, will you have a drink, officer? And you say to me, no, thanks, I'm on duty, sir.
Wrong. You say to me, will you have a drink? And I'll say, yes, thanks. I'll have a large whiskey. And my colleague will have a pint of the best.
Yeah, sounds more friendly that way. Billy! 2 whiskies and a pint! Well, what's it all about, Sergeant?
You had a party here on Saturday night.
Did it trouble you?
An awful lot of known faces.
It happened that way. Some of them were old friends.
Why?
Why what?
Why were they meeting here?
To mark a historic occasion, Sergeant. The moment when a man moves from his happy 30s into his dull and middle-aged 40s. It made me stop and think. I thought of all the friends I'd forgotten along the way. I looked up some addresses and invited them to supper.
It was more than just a supper, Jackie.
Well, when you own a club, you're expected to put up a few drinks. Ah, thanks, Billy. Sergeant, your whiskey.
Sir.
Constable, your beer.
Thank you.
As I was saying, you're expected to put up a bit of a show. You had a cake, some paperettes.
And a lot of well-known names.
They happen to be very old friends. And their wives and their daughters. It was a proper family affair. It doesn't happen every day, you know.
What doesn't?
40th birthday. When it comes your way, Sergeant, pass it up. It's a rotten birthday, I can tell you. It's goodbye to all that. Being young, virile, happy-go-lucky. Goodbye to the young birds. So I made it a party for some friends I'd known when I was young.
Like Terry Neale.
Why'd you choose him?
I didn't. You did. He was here.
Well, that's right. Well, we'd lost touch a long time ago. Our families knew each other in Lambeth, down Lower Marsh and the Cut. I just felt like seeing him again, that's all.
He was a villain.
No, never. Maybe in some bad company when he was young, yeah. Mixing with people like me, eh? But he got out of it. So I admire him. I invited him and he came. I thought it was very kind of him to come. He's been a long time away.
Max, get the visitors book.
Why?
It's a club. Guests must sign the register.
Yeah, but he wasn't a club guest, he was a friend.
All right, Jackie. I'll show you a list of names and you'll tell me why they were here.
You got Terry's name here?
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, I hadn't seen him in 10 years. Last time we met, I was leaving the 20s and coming on 30. This time I was leaving the 30s and coming on 40. Time flies.
It worries you?
It gives me the shivers. Look, yeah, we're talking about Terry. Listen, leave him. He's a good boy. He got away from it all. It's never easy. He's doing so well.
You're doing well yourself.
Yes, but not in the same way. See, Terry was smart enough to stay straight. He's married now and has a family. It's a nice family. Don't mess him about.
All right. You tell me about him.
I don't know a lot. All I know is what I hear and a few things he told me at the party. See, Terry bettered himself. Not like us lot. He was always studying, going to concerts. He met this girl, good class girl. She liked him. Her family liked him. They got married.
Who are her people?
Well, her old man is a director of companies. He liked Terry. They got on, so... Look, leave him alone, will you? Maybe I was wrong to try inviting him, but he came to have a drink. He just came to say happy birthday.
Did he bring his wife?
Look, please, don't go messing him about.
All right, Jackie. Thanks.
What now? Back to the station?
We go down to Kent.
But you said...
Don't bother about what I said. We're calling on Mr. Neale. So, hand me the file.
Yes, Dave.
And let's get started.
Sure.
Right. Let's see what we've got on him. Terence Paul Neale. He's 36 now, coming up 37, which puts him near enough to Jackie Thorn, an associate of known men but no convictions. So what we have on file is just a load of gossip about how well he's doing in his new life. High finance city companies, who he knows, where he goes, which make a car he drives, who he meets, where he drinks, his girlfriends.
He has no girlfriends.
No, he's married now. Nice wife, kids at a posh school. It'd be daft, wouldn't it?
And no convictions.
Well, it depends how you look upon convictions. Look at this. An associate of thieves, including Thorn and 3 others on that list. When he was 24, he was in a bank robbery in Islington. 8-handed job, and they got away with £180,000. All of them arrested, but the charge against 2 of them dropped by DPP on lack of positive evidence. Terry Neale was one of the 2. And then a few years later, when he was 26, a bank raid in Camden. All 5 arrested. Only 4 were charged. 1 was dropped.
Terry Neale?
Right. The other 4 swore he wasn't there. And there are others.
Yeah. Are you saying he was lucky?
It needs more than luck. He was smart. He was careful. He had his share of these jobs, and that's just ones we happen to know about. He was lost sight of after the Camden job.
It looks to me like some cops could have been laying for him, just because he was born among villains.
And now he's married and he's well off.
His wife's family are well off.
Sure. Her old man was a director of a couple of banks and a big insurance company. On the committee of a couple of big charities, president of a smart golf club, and so on and so on. Her family are big with their social standing.
What are you suggesting?
Nothing. I just think Terry Neale was also well off by then, and smart. Bought himself a place on the social ladder, and now he's doing very well in the city.
You think he's something of a mastermind?
Nah. Says here that his mother still lives in Lambeth. He visits her on family occasions, on high days and holidays. Neighbours describe him as a dutiful son.
Then why are you bothering him?
Well, because I'm nosy.
Is this a place?
Yeah, it's the place, all right. And over by the garage is White Rolls Corniche.
It's a very big house. Smart.
Who rings the big brass bell? You or me?
I'll do it.
Now we wait.
Not for long. Someone's coming. The butler?
Yes?
We would like to see Mr. Neale, please.
Who will I say, sir?
Tell him Mr. Brook would like to see him. Mr. David Brook, and this is my friend, Mr. Maxton.
Will you come this way, please? If you will wait in here, please, I'll tell Mr. Neale that you're here.
Thank you. Well, what do you think? Is this all real?
Genuine. And in good taste.
Yes. I wonder who has the good taste, Mr. or Mrs.
Both, I shouldn't wonder. You might even like him.
Mr. Brook?
Yes.
In fact, it's Detective Sergeant Brook, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I take it you had a phone call this afternoon.
I had, saying that you had decided not to trouble me.
Well, these decisions are not mine, sir. This is my colleague, Detective Constable Maxton.
I understand your visit has something to do with the guest list.
Yes, sir. I'd like to show you a list of names and ask if all of them were at the Mayfield Club while you were there.
It was a private party. Do the police now check guests at private parties?
When there are so many known men gathered together. I'm sure you are aware of that, sir.
Of course, you're right. I'd forgotten. May I see the list?
Yes, sir. Here it is.
You know why I was there?
I'd like you to tell me.
Of course. Well, there was a time when I lived near Jackie Thorn. Our families knew each other and we were friends. In fact, I was friends with 3 others on your list. Jackie wrote to me a week or so ago saying he now had a club and that he had his 40th birthday coming up. And he asked me if I'd join him for a drink. I said yes, because it gave me a chance of seeing him again and also to call my mother.
This photo, is this your wife, sir?
Yes.
She's very pretty.
Thank you.
These your children? The 2 little girls?
Yes.
Were you surprised when you saw who the other guests at the party were?
Yes, I was, rather.
Annoyed?
No, there was no reason to be annoyed. As I said, some of them I'd known at one time. Others were friends of Jackie's, and he was once a friend of mine.
In fact, sir, Jackie Thorn and 3 of the others had spoken up for you in the matter of a happening in Camden Town. A bank.
That is so, Sergeant, and they'd spoken the truth. I'm grateful to them, and I hadn't seen them since that time, so it was a chance to say thank you. I hadn't seen Jackie Thorn since then either.
I was going to ask you, sir.
What I was about to say, Sergeant, is it happens that my wife and her family know all about it, and knew all about it. I have no secrets from them. Neither have I any record of misdeeds, do I, Sergeant?
No, sir.
Also, many of my friends know about it, and some of them don't, because it's none of their business.
Yes, sir.
And I will add, if you will let me finish and be done with it, in my present life I have many very good friends. You could call them influential friends. Some in business, others in local committees. Friends at my club. Among them 3 MPs, 5 or 6 barristers, and 2 judges. Oh, I'm not saying this to impress you, Sergeant, but simply to point out that if you wish to take account of the past, you must also take account of the present.
Yes, sir. I was about to ask if all the persons on the list were at that party.
They were. May I ask why you're checking them?
Of course you may, sir. The regional squads were set up to keep an eye on known and active villains. They're always interested when they meet together. And since most of these people are criminals, can you tell me whether crime was discussed?
Yes, it was. By Jackie Thorn. The crime of growing old.
Thank you, sir. I think we'll be going now.
Will you have a drink before you go?
No, thank you, sir. We have a long drive ahead of us.
Come in, Dave. How did it go?
Well, I saw Thorn, and then I saw Neale.
And what did you think of him?
Neale? As they said, he's got away from it all. Nice wife, nice family, nice house, nice life.
How did he feel about you calling on him?
He was pleasant enough.
Your own feelings?
Can't quite put my finger on it.
I see. Well, think on this. The regional squads weren't just tossing a coin when they lined up this lot. They're inquiring into a series of very big jobs. And the list they gave you comprises the team.
Does the team include Terry Neale?
It does now, since you found him. Do you see him as the planner?
Well, do you? You have a report there?
Well, it's from our city people. They say that Neale has been following in his father-in-law's footsteps. Directorships in the best sort of city companies, banking, insurance, stockbroking, highly respected companies. And it says that he is well-respected, trustworthy, and honest.
Hard to beat, isn't it?
And the squads don't let city reputation stand in their way. A series of big money jobs. Now, where could the tip-off come from?
From the insurance people?
And he is big in insurance. And who knows best how to get big money away and into accounts in Luxembourg and Switzerland?
A banker.
And he is in banking. And for the lads who get a big share of the money and need good investments...
He is in investment.
Now do you see him as a planner?
You said big jobs. How big?
To date, £5 million.
What, in cash?
Always in cash. Cash from bank vaults, cash on the move.
Which makes Neale our target.
Yes. So take 3 of these names, Thorn, Manderson and Neale, and start on them.
Sergeant Brook,
Yes?
I'm Detective Inspector Mannock.
Oh, yes, sir.
Been waiting long?
No, sir.
Thought we should meet away from the office, somewhere we can get to know each other. A quiet pub is as good as anywhere. What are you drinking?
This, sir, it's bitter.
Do you have another?
No, thank you, sir. I'll stick with this for a while.
All right. Now, let's get down to it. How's the case coming along?
What on Terry Neale? I'm still gathering background on him, checking the intelligence files, newspaper files, CRO, and all the rest, and trying to get the hang of business and high finance, at which I'm not very good.
Well, I am, so we might make a team. Give it me from the beginning, will you?
Excuse me, sir. What's your connection with the case?
Didn't Mr. Roach tell you?
No, sir. He just said you'd meet me here.
I'm from the Regional Crime Squad, and I've come to talk with you about Neale. There are a dozen other angles on this case, but you and I are concerned with only one. So, from the beginning.
Well, it began on Saturday. We had requests from 3 regional squads about men from their own patches who were meeting on our ground. I was given 8 names and asked to check if they had met here. They had. They met at the Mayfield Club.
And the reason?
It was said to be a birthday party thrown by one of the 8, Jackie Thorn, who owns the Mayfield. There was a party, but there was also a meeting in the club office that went on for 2 hours. It was attended in 1s or 2s by all of the 8, and also by a 9th man.
Terry Neale.
Yes, sir.
His name puts a new light on the case. Was this your own information?
No, sir. It came from one of my informants.
Is it possible to meet him?
Not possible, sir.
Why not?
I'd rather not, sir.
Sergeant, very large sums of money are at stake. And it's quite a wrong idea that informants are personal property. It went out years ago.
Not in divisional CID, sir.
How much does your informant know about Terry Neale?
What most other people seem to know, that he's been away from it all for a long time. In fact, some of his friends say he's always been straight.
Do you believe him?
Well, he's not been convicted, sir.
True, but it's quite a record, isn't it? 3 arrests and no conviction.
He was arrested with others for a bank raid, then for a security van hold-up, then for a second bank raid. In the first, his name was dropped from the charge sheet.
Dropped, was it?
It was struck out by the Public Prosecutor's Office on lack of positive evidence. You'd have to be careful about disputing it.
Go on.
Well, in the second, there was a challenge about identification. In the third, he was one of 5 pulled in. The other 4 swore that he wasn't there, that the police were framing him, and they had to drop it.
And what do you think was happening?
Maybe somebody was laying for him, fitting him up by association.
What's on your mind, Sergeant?
Nothing, sir. It was before my time, so I'm only saying what I've heard, or what I've read in the files.
Well, let me tell you 2 things. The first is from your own report. The 4 men who swore he wasn't on that bank raid were all at that party. Strange, isn't it?
They say he hadn't seen any of them in all that time, and that what they swore was true. Jackie Thorn, whose birthday party it was one of the men who helped to clear him. It was a chance to say thank you.
After 10 years.
You asked me what I heard about Neale. I'm telling you.
Now, there's a second point. It's been known to us for some time that the 8 villains at that party have been engaged together in major crime, engaged in a series of very special crimes in which we were unable to get a line until you put Neale up. And that has shed a very bright light.
Shed a light on what, sir?
Forget what I've just said. Go on with what you were saying.
What about Neale?
Yes.
Well, all the things we know about him seem to have happened in his 20s, and they seem to have happened because he was brought up in a pretty low-life part of London. But his family are said to have been respectable and decent. He still visits his mother in the old street.
You believe all this?
I'm telling you the story, sir. They say that he set out to better himself, studied, read books, went to concerts. And at one of the concerts he met a girl.
He was then
26.
And that was the year of the Camden bank job. They got 230,000.
According to our files, he wasn't there. Do you want to hear the story or not, sir?
I know the story. He met this girl at a concert. He was attending some study course. She was at London University. They fell for each other. They got married and lived happily ever after.
They certainly lived comfortably ever after. He has a big house down in Kent, a pretty wife and 2 nice children.
Why did you go to see him?
Because he turned up at that party.
And that, Sergeant, is precisely why we're interested. Now, will you have that beer?
Yes, sir.
It's bitter, isn't it? Sure you won't have a scotch?
All right, sir. A scotch.
2 large whiskies, please.
Yes, sir.
Here you are.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Your scotch.
Thank you.
That girl he married. Her family were loaded.
Well, they certainly had a lot of money. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
But if what you're saying is true, Terry Neale would have been well in credit himself. His share in 3 jobs.
3 that we know of.
So there was no need for him to bother.
We think there was. You went to see him. What happened?
It's in my report.
Oh, yes. Really high society stuff. Big house, pretty wife, kids at a posh school, his father-in-law chairman of city companies, the right sort of companies, banks, insurance, stockbrokers.
With a solid reputation, sir. They say his father-in-law was a good judge of character. He liked young Neale.
Took him into the city where he proved to be a shrewd investor, a good businessman, and now he has a solid reputation. It's what our city report says, isn't it?
Respected, trustworthy, well thought of.
But 4 years ago, his father-in-law decided to take things easy. Son-in-law stepped into his shoes. Some directorships and 2 chairmanships came his way, all in what he excels in most, money. And just over 2 years ago, we are hit by a series of crimes, all to do with large sums of money.
Will you explain, sir?
Oh, no need to explain. Others are dealing with that side. We are dealing with Terry Neale, the man who left his big house to celebrate in a crummy side street club.
To attend a birthday party, sir.
Birthday party be damned. He was told to come and he came. They're old friends. And to 4 of them he owed a favour. It says so in your report.
Yes, sir.
And it doesn't matter if he came willingly or unwillingly. He came. Did you meet his wife or see his children?
No.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Do you want me to go back?
Yes.
Won't it warn him?
Not if you think of a good reason. But you won't go there first. In the regional crime squads, we work quietly, softly, take our time. I want to see the effect on these villains of our showing interest in Mr. Neale. Where do we start?
Well, I know 2 of them. Jackie Thorn and Manderson.
See Thorn again. Say to him you should have taken his advice. You shouldn't have called on Terry Neale.
And what will that do?
It will set their minds at rest. You'll then call on Mr. Neale's old mother. That will get back to Mr. Thorn and start it all up again. It's called stirring the pot. Well, that's it.
Where do I contact you, sir?
At the yard on 4291.
Been looking for you, Dave. Where have you been?
Running around. Why? What you working on?
Your backlog of work. It's piling up. Look at it.
Well, we've got other work to do. A call on Jackie Thorn. Right, let's move.
I've got all this to do.
Look, when I visit a big villain in a drinking club, I take a witness. Someone honest and reliable. Like you. Come on.
All right.
Evening, Jackie.
Oh, it's you again. Evening, Sergeant.
How are you?
Well, I'm not too happy on what I heard about you. You didn't trust me, did you?
Well, sign me in, I'll buy you a drink.
Sign you in? Well, why not? I'll give the club a bit of class. Billy, sign in Detective Sergeant Brook, will you, and his friend?
Just sign in what you usually do. Mr. Smith, Mr. Brown.
I could have you for slander. Billy, sign a Mr. Brook and a Mr. Maxton. And while he's doing that, what will you have?
I thought you'd never ask. Whiskey. Max?
Lager.
It's coming up. 1 large whiskey and 1 pint of Carlsberg. Or do you prefer the one that's good for the policeman's feet?
I'll leave it to you.
You haven't said why you let me down. I went out of my way, didn't I? Told you all I knew about Terry, but you had to go and mess him about.
Yeah, I know. I was wrong. I should have listened.
Do you mean that?
Yeah, of course I do. It was a waste of time. All that way for nothing.
Yeah. Your scotch and your lot.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
You saw his house, did you?
Yeah. Haven't you?
No. Never even knew where it was. I had trouble getting his address. The wife got it from a woman who knows his mum, you know. Kent, isn't it? The stockbroker's belt.
Yeah.
How did he take it? I mean, you going to see him.
He didn't mind.
But it was naughty not listening to me.
Yeah, sure. You were right. So, cheers.
Cheers. What did you come about?
Well, that was it, to say I should have accepted your advice.
I always help the law, you know that. You got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Bring her here one evening. We can have a talk. That goes for your mate and his girl. A foursome.
Well, it's an idea.
I'll lay on a nice little meal and show your girls a good time.
Yeah, well, we'll do that, Jackie.
There you are. You staying over the other half?
Is it time?
We should be going, Sergeant.
OK, we go. Well, thanks, Jackie. Be seeing you.
Sure. Anytime.
Are you taking him up on that offer?
About the free meal? Not on your life.
Judie would like it, after she was stood up.
We're not eating with someone like that.
Back to the station?
Yeah. Do you think he bought it?
Yeah. He was weighing you up. throwing in a lot of questions. Yeah, I think he believed you.
But he doesn't tell us anything, does he? He'd have done the same if his friend Neale was on the straight. Said the same things.
What do you feel?
Well, if Neale is on the straight, he's got a lot of muscle to defend himself. All that money, all these influential friends. I hope nobody puts their feet in it.
I hope nobody puts your feet in it.
Hello, Mr. Mallock. Been waiting.
Did you see Thorn?
Yes, sir.
How did it go?
Well, I think he bought it.
I've some news for you on the next step. No need for you to call on his mother. Our lads have nosed out that Neale calls on her from time to time to see she's all right. We have it from someone near to him that'll be going there on Friday. That's useful, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
He takes a taxi from his office, pays it off nearby, walks the rest, having a nostalgic look at the old streets.
Well, the neighbours say he is a dutiful son.
That may be. Anyway, he walks through the cut to his mother's house. You know where she is.
Yes.
What we think is best is that you show yourself around there on Friday. When he appears, you let him recognize you. Then you have a few casual and friendly words with him. Be seen talking to him, and be seen hanging round his mother's house waiting for him. It'll get back to Thorn, okay?
Is there a briefing? It would help to know what Neale's up to.
I can tell you what Thorn and his friends are up to. Whether Neale is part of it is something we have to find out. Maxton, you're in on this. Come over.
Thank you, sir.
Sit down. As you know, the regional squads were set up to take a long view of criminals engaged in major crime, especially of organised crime, where other detectives find it difficult to find a way in. We've been watching these men for more than 2 years. We saw them come together. We suspect that they're responsible for a series of major robberies. Let's be blunt about it. We have information that they are responsible, but information without evidence doesn't impress juries.
What's Jackie Thorn's part in it?
He's the one they all liaise through. He acts as the post office. All the orders and instructions go through his club. Eddie Manderson is the planner, the organizer. The others are the workers, the soldiers. Thorn is the second in command. He's the one they all trust.
And he's the one who knows Terry Neale.
At the moment, we're just talking about the gang. Over the past 2.5 years, there's been a series of jobs, all done with considerable speed, always for money, never less than $250,000. Banks, security vans, racetracks on a busy night. In and away before the onlookers know what's happening, like it was all rehearsed and they were working to a stopwatch. We calculate we've had £5 million to date. Oh, no need to whistle, Maxton. These days, $5 million lost over 2.5 years doesn't bring out the army.
It's still a hell of a lot of money, sir.
Yep. And our latest job was just 4 days before this so-called party. I'll mention the place and you'll know the job. A week ago Tuesday, Muswell Hill.
Yes, security van, 6 men in 2 cars. They got £340,000.
And nobody took much notice. It made the last edition of the evening papers, then it was forgotten, except by the insurance company and ourselves.
And the lad who got clobbered.
That was the day they clocked up the $5 million. 4 days later, they were having a party to read the annual report, to declare a dividend, and plan another successful year.
It can't be easy putting that amount of money around.
What would you do with it?
Me?
Let's ask Maxton. He's an ordinary sort of lad. Suddenly you're given a big bag of money. What do you do?
I think I'd stick it under the bed, sir.
No, they don't keep the loot for beer and backing horses anymore. They use it to buy a slice of the good life, and the people who sell the good life like to see checkbooks and credit cards, especially credit cards.
I'd have to put it in the bank.
Talking about a big share out, $250,000, $500,000.
How then, sir?
The answer to this has to be very sophisticated indeed. No longer do our really big villains have to sell hot money at a discount or hold it until the heat goes off. According to our advisors, it's stolen, it vanishes without trace, and it comes back clean and spendable.
Do you know how?
According to the financial experts, it goes out of the country as figures on a telex machine. All you need for this piece of abracadabra is a friendly foreigner with a genuine passport and a friendly merchant banker. And there are an awful lot of merchant and fringe banks in the city. Our Mr. Neale has an interest in 2 of them.
You could investigate them?
No. Not if they have a friendly foreigner. Any non-English person with a proper passport and an acceptable letter of credit can walk into any of our fringe banks with a suitcase full of dinar or francs or marks and ask for them to be banked, exchanged, or transferred to any other country.
Even if the money's stuffed into a suitcase?
Especially if it's stuffed into a suitcase. The bank will even count the money for him. He may have broken some other country's laws, even his own country's laws, by bringing the money here, but he hasn't broken ours.
But for God's sake, why not?
Because we are in need of foreign currency, and our banks want the business, and if you have any complaints, Sergeant, take them to the Treasury. They make the rules.
Supposing the money in the suitcase is in pounds.
It is then just a little bit more difficult, but not impossible, if you have the right friends. So, you will bump into Mr. Neale on Friday afternoon. He leaves his office in the city at 4:30.
Yes, sir.
Right, until then.
What did you buy?
4 bars of chocolate. 6p off if you take the pack of 4.
Well, what do you think of it all?
Yeah, busy. Good place to get lost.
Don't kid yourself. The word's going round. There's a big rozzer in the market buying sweeties.
You think?
I know. So you better start eating one of them.
Will you have a bit?
No, thank you. What's the time?
10 to 5.
Right. Well, you hang about. I'll stroll down to the corner. If you buy a lollipop, they'll think you're a TV cop.
You said to show ourselves around.
By show. I didn't mean to say you should entertain them.
Thank you.
Right. Wait for me.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Neale, isn't it?
Yes. It's Detective Sergeant Brook.
Yes, sir.
What brings you to this part of the world, Sergeant?
Visiting some colleagues, sir, at the local station.
Oh, yes, of course. It isn't far from here.
And I thought I'd have a stroll around. You're a bit out of your way yourself, sir.
I don't think you mean that, Sergeant. I think you know precisely why I'm here.
Yes, sir, I do. But that's not why I'm here. I can assure you our meetings,
Fortuitous?
No, sir, I was thinking more, accidental.
Well, it was nice seeing you again.
I'll walk to the corner with you, sir.
And I'm sure you know which corner.
Yes, sir. Well, goodbye, sir.
Sergeant,
Yes, sir?
have you been troubling my mother?
No, sir? Not now or ever. Our meeting was accidental.
Goodbye, Sergeant.
You saw him?
Yeah, and I didn't like what I was doing. I need a drink. Come on. How do you know, sir?
We have someone close. It got back first to Manderson. Then he phoned it to Thorn. You should have heard what Thorn had to say about you.
Yeah, I can guess. But how did you hear about it?
We have a source near to Manderson, though all we ever hear is what has happened. Never anything that'll put us a move ahead of them. The news got back to Manderson that you were in the market waiting for Terry Neale, and that you walked along with him to the corner of the street, did you?
Yes.
Nice touch, that. Walking him home. Oh, it worried them. They were wondering what you talked about. Thorn said he'd phone Neale and ask, but we don't have a source at that end, so we won't know what he says.
Is Neale in it?
Definitely.
It's a liberty, isn't it? A sack full of money, a friendly foreigner, and a merchant banker. Can't it be stopped?
How can it be? Supposing our friendly foreigner is an Arab gentleman with a sack full of dinar, profits from his oil wells, and he wants to exchange it and buy another hotel in Park Lane. Why should we say no? We need his oil money.
But if the suitcase is full of our money?
I said it requires a friendly fringe banker. Remember that every day our fringe banks deal with tens of millions of pounds in foreign currency. Every day they're transferring all sorts of money, switching it from one country to another, pushing it around the world.
Like a merry-go-round?
More like the wind of change. Money becomes a series of figures on a telex tape, and then it changes its form on the wind. Pounds change into francs on the Paris bourse, to marks in Bonn, dollars on Wall Street, and somewhere along the line it changes back into sterling, and you can now bring it home.
And since it's quite legal, we can't stop it?
We can concern ourselves with the bit that isn't legal, the stealing and handling of it. I'm going to call on Mr. Neale in the city.
He has a lot of influential friends, sir.
If I feel he's slipping away from me, I'll make a phone call to you. I'll make one before he does. And you'll back me up by raiding the Mayfield Club. You get a search warrant now, and be ready to raid and seize every scrap of paper and all the books as soon as I phone you.
On the warrant, sir. What do I say we're looking for?
You tell me.
Stolen liquor?
Good. That gives you the right to seize the books. It's Dave Brook, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
All right, Dave. Be ready for my call. Mr. Neale?
Yes?
I'm Detective Inspector Mannock. Sorry to call on you at your office.
Oh, it's quite all right. I seem to be surrounded by policemen these past few days. Perhaps you can tell me why. Oh, do take a seat.
Thank you, sir. It's in connection with your friendship with certain persons, sir. A Mr. Thorn, a Mr. Manderson, a Mr. Reese, and a Mr. Gary.
Yes, I know the men you're talking about, Inspector. I've already explained to a sergeant that I met these men at a party, that I'd previously known some of them, though not all of them, and that Mr. Thorn was once a friend.
Was it the first time you'd met all of them, sir?
What do you mean?
Taking them as a group, sir. Had you ever met with all of them before that date?
I still don't know what you mean.
Sorry, sir. We know that you've been meeting one of them, Mr. Thorn, and we believe you have been meeting with two of them, Mr. Thorn and Mr. Manderson. And I'm asking you if you'd met regularly with any of the others.
Of course not. I've explained all this to the sergeant. What is the purpose of this visit?
We're trying to trace a rather large sum of money, sir, amounting to £5 million, which we believe was stolen by your friend over a period of time.
Why are you asking me?
Because your business is handling money, sir. Because you're an expert in banking and the movement of money, and you have an interest in certain merchant banks.
What the hell are you Inspector, there are hundreds of men, I might say thousands of men in the city who know as much as I do, and indeed much more than I do, about merchant banking.
Yes, sir, but none of them are friendly with the people on my list.
Have you been making inquiries about me?
Only through our commercial squad, sir.
You mean your fraud squad?
This is not fraud, sir. This is theft, and the handling of the proceeds of theft. There are a few questions I'd like to ask you, sir, if I may.
I think I now know what you're talking about. Because I'm a banker, you're wondering whether this money, this £5 million, as you say, has been processed through the city.
The word we use is laundered, sir.
All right, laundered. And whether I gave them advice.
Whether you gave them help, sir.
I accepted an invitation from a friend from the very distant past, and I am put in this situation. I find it most offensive. Do you mind if I put an end to this interview?
Why, sir?
I think I should consult my lawyer.
As you wish, sir. Do you mind if I use your phone?
For what purpose?
To alert my driver, sir. I told him our meeting might take longer.
Yes, of course you may use it. Dial 9 for an outside line.
Thank you, sir.
Inspector, I attended that party out of curiosity. As a result, I'm subjected to these persistent inquiries. You do understand how I feel?
Of course, sir. Dave? Mannock here. Yes, as arranged. Thank you. The trouble is, sir, that we believe you owed some of these men a favour, and we don't think it was all those years since they were last in touch with you.
Inspector, there's something I want to tell you.
Mr. Thorn!
Oh, it's you again, Sergeant. It's a bit early, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Jackie. I want all your staff in this room.
Look, what is this?
We've got a search warrant. Here it is. Call all your people in here where I can see them.
There's no justice.
Billy, get Maisie and Bell and come out here. We've got visitors.
Max, get the rest of the lads in. And turn that damn thing off, will you?
Yes, Sergeant.
Oh, I like that. The place sounds empty without it.
It's going to be a lot emptier when we've finished.
What are you looking for?
A load of knocked-off liquor.
That's what it is. You find nothing like that, Sergeant. All our stuff's straight from the wine merchant. You can see the crates.
Yeah, sure. All right, lads, keep an eye on them. Max, Flynn, go through his accounts.
Hey, wait.
And I'll need the keys to your safe.
What?
The safe.
I don't keep booze in the bloody safe.
Flynn, talk to him.
I don't have the keys. The wife has them.
Search him.
Oh, look, lay off, will you? Look, I want to see that warrant. I've got a right to.
Sure, here you are. It says we are entitled to search for divers things, to wit, property. Keys are property. Come on, hand them over.
They're round his neck.
A lucky charm. Let's have them.
Well, this is what you get for being nice to coppers.
Max, open the safe. Catch.
Ledger, day books, some cash, a diary. Sergeant, there's a diary.
Ah, let's see. Jackie, when was your birthday?
Look, Sergeant, well, can we talk alone?
Yeah, sure. Max, stand at the door, will you? All right, Jackie.
I mean, well, we could make a deal, Sergeant.
About what?
About that. The diary. It's personal. I'll plead to some stolen scotch if you'll just lose that.
Why should I?
I told you, it's personal. The wife, I don't want it to... Look, I'll give you a ton if you'll lose it. Okay, I mean 2 ton.
No. It's got your birthday guests in it. And it's got Manderson's phone number. And Terry Neale's phone number. Both home and office. It's got the days when you phoned him, when you met. And it's got some big numbers, too. These the amounts the lads got away with? Are these the dates?
For God's sake, give me that.
Yeah, these are the dates. Flynn, take him out.
Look, I could do you a favour, Sergeant. All right, I'm going quietly. I'm an old man.
Max, we guard this with our lives. It seems to be all written down, date by date. And it's all about the money and Mr. Neale.
In that episode of Detective, The Birthday Party, Detective Sergeant Brook was Ray Brooks, Detective Constable Maxton, Christopher Blake, Chief Inspector Mannock, Morris Colborne, Thorn, Alan Lake, Neale, Tony Anholt, and Barman, Adrian Egan. Detective was written by Robert Barr and produced by Martin Fisher.